Hi, I'm Jim Narosky from Microsoft. Happy New Year and welcome to the Office 365 update for January of 2016. During the next 10 minutes or so, I'll be giving you a quick rundown of the latest Office 365 updates from various Microsoft sources, including the Office blogs and the Office 365 roadmap. We have no shortage of news, so let's get started. For those not familiar with Power BI Pro, it is a cloud-based business analytics service for non-technical business users like me and delivered as part of the recently announced Office 365 E5 suite. On December 2nd, the Microsoft Mechanics team released a comprehensive look at a ton of new Power BI features now generally available. Here are some of the highlights. Easy access to new data visualization options allow you to drag and drop data fields onto the canvas to create a new chart, and changing the way data looks is as easy as clicking on a new chart type. If you're familiar with Excel pivot tables drag and drop capabilities, you'll be right at home with Power BI. You don't have to be a database administrator or know SQL code to query your data. Power BI's natural language query capability understands your questions as you type them and returns the results dynamically right on the screen. There are also new collaboration tools available within Power BI that allow you to share dashboards with specific Office 365 groups. You can create a new group right from within Power BI, easily defining who has access to the dashboards and reports. I've become a huge fan of Power BI since I started using it about a month ago to track the consumption and reaction to content like what you're watching now. The Power BI team and the Power BI user community via the new visual gallery continue to add capabilities to the tool. I, for one, cannot wait to see what the Enlighten Aquarium visualization does. Be sure to check out the Microsoft Mechanics video, and I'd also recommend subscribing to the Power BI blog. Speaking of business analytics, several new feature tours in Excel 2016 show you how to get the most out of the world's most widely used analysis software. The tours, available from the template gallery whenever you're creating a new Excel workbook, show you how easy it is to use some of Excel's most powerful functionality. For example, one tour shows you how to use the Excel data model to manage cash flow. Another shows you how to get better insights from data with Excel's Get and Transform tools. There's even a tour that shows you how to use Excel to gain insight into how you're spending your time by connecting to your Outlook calendar. Last but not least is a tour of the Microsoft campus here in Redmond, Washington. Just kidding on that last one. Learn more about the business analysis feature tours in the December 8th Office blog post, which has links to explore each Excel feature in more depth. Frequent viewers of this video series know by now that we've added a new component to Skype for Business called Skype Meeting Broadcast, and that as part of Skype for Business Online, Skype Meeting Broadcast lets you produce, host, and broadcast meetings online to audiences of up to 10,000. What you may not know is that, like many of the toys I bought my children for Christmas, some assembly is required. It isn't as complicated to set up as some of those toys are, but these steps are necessary either if you are setting up Skype for Business Online only, or if using Skype for Business Online and Skype for Business Server 2015 in a hybrid deployment. This item doesn't have a blog post associated with it to my knowledge, but you can use the URL displayed on the screen, spo.ms/setup Skype meeting broadcast, to get more information on how to configure this powerful new capability. One more bit of news from the Skype for Business team is that Skype for Business for Android is now out of preview and is broadly available. The December 16th blog post has a lot more information than I can go into here, but I'll briefly mention a few of the more notable features. First is a quick join icon sitting right next to the appointment name that allows you to join a meeting with one touch. The next one is a contact search bar that allows you to not only search the global address list by name, but also by email address or even a telephone number. And finally, our security-conscious customers, which I hope means all of you out there, will be pleased to know that Skype for Business Android app now supports advanced authentication capabilities like multi-factor authentication. You can, of course, find the Skype for Business Android app in the Google Play Store. On December 16th, the OneDrive team announced Office 365 customers on Microsoft's premium Enterprise, Government, and Education plans will receive unlimited OneDrive for Business storage. This will apply to individuals and organizations with more than 5 people subscribing to one of the plans listed here. The new increased storage plan began rolling out to eligible customers in December, and Microsoft expects the rollout to be complete by the end of March 2016. Remember, this increase only applies to these plans. Be sure to read the December 16th Office blog post for all the details. In that very same blog post, Microsoft announced that the OneDrive for Business Next Generation Sync client for Windows and Mac is now available for deployment. This release improves reliability and performance and delivers core capabilities including selective sync, support for files up to 10 gigabytes in size, and it removes the 20,000 file sync limit. In addition, IT departments now have the ability to silently deploy and configure the new sync client on behalf of their end users. One of the challenges in today's modern workplace is a situation I find myself in quite often. That is trying to find a meeting time that works for all attendees. I don't know about you, but I sometimes feel like I spend more time scheduling a meeting than in the meeting itself. The new Find Time Outlook add-in just might help with meeting scheduling mayhem. You simply propose your preferred meeting times to all attendees, and Find Time allows everyone to vote. Once consensus is reached, the tool sends out the meeting invite on your behalf, eliminating the time-consuming back and forth usually required to find the best meeting time. One great thing about Find Time is that recipients can receive invites on any email provider and can access the Find Time voting website on any device. Only the organizer's email account must be on Office 365. You can install it today from the link in the December 3rd Office blog post. Using this tool will be worth your time. The program called First Release allows admins to select people and workgroups to receive Office 365 updates earlier than others in the organization. These First Release users can then test and familiarize themselves with the updates before they are rolled out to the entire organization. In the December 8th Office blog post, Microsoft announced 2 key improvements to the First Release program. First, 2 more services have been added to the First Release Select People feature: SharePoint Online and OneDrive for Business. This makes it much easier for admins to learn about and have power users vet new SharePoint and OneDrive for Business enhancements before they roll out to the organization. The second announcement focused on improvements in the Admin Center preview rolling out to customers with First Release enabled. These enhancements make it easier for admins to keep up to date concerning updates and changes to their service. You'll want to read the blog post to get the lowdown. Office 365 Groups is a service for Office 365 commercial and education customers that enables teams to come together and get work done by establishing a single team identity. Any user in your organization can create a group and start collaborating with others within minutes. Self-service group creation is great for end users, but we know IT needs to be able to easily manage groups, gain insight into their use, control their directories, and ensure that all group data is compliant. As announced on December 9th, Microsoft is enhancing and streamlining the administration of Office 365 groups to support these requirements. For compliance, admins can now perform an e-discovery and litigation hold on a group mailbox using the Exchange Admin Center, and on group files using the Office 365 Compliance Center. To streamline auditing, the Azure Management Portal now displays group management events in the Group Audit Report, including when the group was created and changes to group membership. Soon, these same events will appear in the Office 365 Compliance Center alongside other Office 365 events admins are used to tracking. This will give admins a complete picture of changes to every group over time. There are additional changes and details in the December 9th blog, as well as a preview of the features planned to roll out in the first quarter of calendar year 2016. It looks like my time's about up. Have a favorite new feature that I haven't covered yet? I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can contact me directly via the email listed on the screen. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you again next month.